Don't walk around like you're hot shit. You're a drum major, not a god. Goes with being cocky and vain and stupid. Don't walk around like you're hot shit. You're a drum major. You are not a god. You're not Zeus. You're not fucking Jesus. Like, you're a fucking drum major. There's a bunch of other people like you too. You're not the best person in the whole freaking world. Really. Try and get along with everyone. People will hate you. Just because of your position. Just because other people will audition for it and they won't get it. And they will hate you. You will be the most hated person ever. Try to get along with everyone. Because if you don't get along with everyone, nobody will listen to you. Don't call people failures. Go with talking to people how you would want to be talked to. Don't call people failures. Don't be like, well, you're a failure because you suck at this, and you can't march, and you can't play your instrument, and you can't memorize music easily, and da-da-da-da, and you suck, and you can't tune, and you fail. No. Don't be afraid to run down the line and have people play things by themselves. You don't want to make people cry. I know. People are sensitive. And if people don't like playing for other people, or people don't like playing by themselves in front of other people. Well, some people do. I mean. But you ask someone to play something and they freeze up. And you don't want to make them cry. Because people are sensitive. They're so sensitive. It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm not. Not really, at least. I don't think. I don't know. I could be. I don't know. As far as I know, I'm not sensitive. But, I'm not that sensitive. But, don't be afraid to run down the line. If you are running a sectional, like I run sectionals all the time. Like, people always have me running sectionals. I don't know why. I think they're just lazy and they just don't want to do it. But, I run a flute sectional a lot. And if our flutes are working on something for 3 weeks, it's an exaggeration, but if they're working on something for a long time, and they don't get it, but I can hear certain people are getting it, but others aren't, I'll run down the line. I'll be like, okay, go, first chair. They'll play it fine. Okay, go. Second chair. They'll play it fine. Third chair. Go. They'll play it fine. So on and so forth until I get to like someone who doesn't play it, and they're horrible. Like, you can totally tell when people practice and when they don't. All you have to do is say you need to practice. Don't be afraid to run down the line, and they'll see it for themselves. They'll realize, oh shit. And it's funny because the second you say, okay, we're gonna run down the line now, the look on people's faces change completely. They're like, oh fuck. You can tell exactly who's practicing and who hasn't, and who has it down and who doesn't. Lost my place. Always repeat yourself twice. Always repeat yourself twice. People don't listen. They don't. They have other things going on, they get sidetracked, they have ADD, I don't know, something. Always repeat yourself twice. If you say, you're standing in front of the band. Okay. Standing in front of the band. Okay, guys. Be at practice at 4:30. Make sure you're here at practice by 4:30. And after you repeat it the second time, you raise your hand. Does anybody have any questions? Look around. And repeat yourself. Does anybody have any questions? No questions? Move on. Don't be shy. Use a loud enough voice so that everyone can hear you. Use a loud voice. You may be able to hear yourself. And you may be standing on a podium and you may be like, oh, yada yada yada, because my sound waves are traveling down. People can't hear you. They really, really can't. I have to scream across the entire field for people to hear me. And my voice is really, really loud when I'm actually, like, you know, projecting my voice. I hope that was the right word. But when I'm actually talking to people, I'm fine, like, it's normal. But when you're talking to the band, don't talk to them like, okay, guys, you need to go to set 12. No, they will not hear you. Okay, guys, let's go to set 12. Or louder than that, because I'm inside, so it sounds, like, really, really loud to me. But even though you're standing on a podium, people don't hear you. They don't. They really, really don't. Project. Use a loud voice. Oh, and with being loud, if you're, like, clapping, don't clap like this. That's really not that loud. You clap like, that's loud clapping. They will hear that. They can't hear this. or like, no, be loud.